Hello, it's me, Petrichor. Uh, Today is a fortuitous day, my friends. Fortuitous, I say. Because the Sims team has finally followed up by the very promise that came with the whole fact that they even had werewolf statues in the Vampires game pack, and finally given us werewolves. Now, I'm tempted to pre-order it, but I did record like a 30-minute video ranting about how we need to not give them our money, that I didn't edit or upload. So I probably won't pre-order it. I'll wait until the reviews come out and then I'll buy it. Just, for the sake of making myself feel better about it, about the fact that I spent 30 minutes ranting about how we need to stop giving them our money because only our wallet speaks. I still haven't bought any kits, so I can stand on that high ground. I have Little Campers was tempting, but I still haven't bought it. So what we are doing today is a trailer reaction. I'm actually going to do a reaction video. I have the video ready to go. I'm gonna hit the play button, and I haven't seen this. I've been deliberately avoiding pretty much anything to do with the pack. I think I saw some, there was a couple of leaked images that came up on Twitter, but I kind of skipped by them, ignored them. I wasn't digging for anything. I wanted this to be a surprise as much as possible. This is a pack I've really, really wanted for a long time, so I'm quite excited about it. So let's get to it. Let's see my reaction to this video. So let's switch over to cam number 2, which is just this. Alright, so, okay. Here we go. Hopefully it plays on the first. Yeah, alright. Okay. Trailer reaction time, let's go. Ooh! This world looks great. Ooh, these items are looking so good. Whoa. Oh. I mean, they do look like they were wearing fursuits, but kids gameplay? What the fuck? Oh my god. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit. This looks fantastic. June 16th, so 2 weeks away. Whoo hoo hoo. So that's currently live. I won't jump into that right now. I'll go back and watch that some other time. So I'm going to go through the trailer now, and I'm going to pick out some of the parts that looked really good. In general, this looks fantastic. It looks like they've covered all the bases. Requires the Sims 4 sold separately. Okay, for a second when I saw that apostrophe, I was like, does this require vampires? But it doesn't look like they're shown anything about the interactions with vampires that this pack might have. That is one thing that obviously they can't show it interacting with vampires, like, straight up. because obviously it doesn't include any of the vampires in it. But hopefully it has some really good crossovers with the Vampires game pack, because these are pretty much two hand-in-hand occults. They need to have some interactions. We need to be able to duel these guys. They need to be able to, like, if you get bit by both, do it become a hybrid, or do, like, just die? Is it, like, a new death? That... I'm in a tizzy. I'm too excited about this. Alright, let's dissect this trailer, shall we? So we've got this new world. I think this is like Moonlight Falls or something like that. I didn't, like I said, I've got a video that'll be going up before this one, because I'll have to edit this one and then blah, blah, blah. But I've got a video going up before this one of me building a Denny's. So you'll be able to, it'll be linked in the description. It'll show up as a recommended, but I also put it up here in the little title cloud. So I'm building a Denny's for the sake of this pack. But in general, this looks... I mentioned that I didn't have Sims 3 experience. I wasn't able to play Sims 3. Sims 3, I used to be a legacy player. In the ancient days of Sims, I used to be a legacy player, and I would start my legacy, I'd get one baby in, and that'd be too much for the save file. It would just crash every time I'd try and save. My computer just couldn't handle it. So Sims 3 era basically passed me by entirely. And I mean, it was also, that was sort of just, Sims 3 covered the era where I was like old enough to play games and understand and, you know, enjoy them. But not old enough to be earning enough money to buy packs. So Sims 4 came around, and I didn't get into Sims 4 until sort of, I think, about 2016, 2017. So, I mean, I've been here for ages in, you know, real world years. It's 6 years. That's forever. Really. That's a half of a dog's lifespan if you're unlucky. So, I mean, 6 years I've been playing this game. 6 years I've been waiting for this pack. So this looks good. This looks rustic, and it looks different enough to be different enough from Forgotten Hollow, but it almost looks like, based on the trees and like this, the tall tree sort of like next to one of the evergreens at the back that's completely stripped, that's from vampires. That's a vampire's tree. So it looks like it's part of the environment. I've got a dog sleeping behind me, so you might be able to hear. Okay, so yeah, so you can see that there's the vampire's tree. So based on this mountain ridge and what I know of Forgotten Hollow, I would almost say this area is intended to be in the world behind Forgotten Hollow. It's on the other side. I mean, even if it's not, that's just what I'm gonna continue to believe that, because it does look like that's the same mountain ridge that sits there, and there's like caves and stuff like that where you can find the vampire bats. So I've got some signage. These look like great items. The grass looks great. I think obviously we'll have to be getting moon cycles through this as well, which is really good. It is something that we've kind of needed from The Sims for a long time. It is an opportunity for them. Like, I know that they're doing refreshes, so if they come back to island living and mermaids, this is a great opportunity. So having lunar cycles as not part of this pack, but as a base game update, gives them room to add moonlight powers also to mermaids, and potentially also to spellcasters. Will we get those? Depends. It's really hard to say with EA. This pack looks so well built, especially when you're comparing it to My Wedding Stories in terms of what looks like there's gameplay, the way the characters are, and all that sort of thing. So it's night and day, really. So I'm gonna stopping and starting as I go.
So obviously bites work how they're supposed to. You have a transitionary period. It's the same with It was the same with vampires, and this is why I've been saying we need a werewolves pack. So the Vampires game pack has a lot of the framework that is needed for werewolves. So you've got your transformations, you've got your dark forms / werewolf forms, you've got the bite functionality with the buffs and the timed buffs, you've got the perks panel, a lot of the perks crossover, like strength, Child of the Moon even, and then you'd also have a weakness panel. I don't know what you'd do for werewolf weaknesses. I'm sure there's like stinky growls, will go to a bush unless forcibly told to go to a toilet. That sort of thing, I suppose. I'm sure there's I can't think of it off the top of my head. So we're having a look at, dude, Ouija Garden, what the fuck? So there's some new items here. Obviously this is like a commune sort of idea. We do have some new clothing items by the looks of it. This shirt, oh, you can see my cursor. Hello, cursor. So we've got obviously moons and stars. We've got this new shirt here, half tucked in. I hope there's a full tucked in or untucked in versions, but I highly doubt it. But with moons and crescents, moons and stars down that. This ratty looking shirt as well. I think this is from Cottage Living, but it might not be. So we've got some new items. These look like they're just graffiti items, which is cool. And new shirts. I do like Jacob, the fact that Jacob from Twilight is here. He's like one of the redeeming qualities from that series. So, hi Jacob, glad you're here. Glad to have you. So this whole bunker situation is very cool to me. Because for one thing, it could be used for vampires. We don't really have much in the way of bunker for vampires, even though they're ones who actually need it. You've got the crypts and all that sort of stuff, but in terms of like stuff that actually like leads down into the crypt, doesn't, like, you can get creative, but there's nothing really specific for it. So I don't know, this doesn't look like it's a rabbit hole. This looks like it's an actual build. Oh, I missed that. Raw steaks. So it looks like they'll be able to actually eat raw meat as werewolves. Fuck. This is a lot. This is a lot. Like, I'm looking at this going, holy shit. We've got a dogfish here. These chairs are new. I'm pretty sure these plants are new. Obviously, this graffiti is new. The crib, the werewolf crib, is new. This bunk bed is new. This toddler crib is new. The clock. All of these graffiti decorative items, like the cracks, the scratches, all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty sure this chair. Obviously this. These aren't. This isn't, and this isn't. I think these stairs are new, but I can't be entirely sure. I think this fencing is. This moon decal definitely is. I would also say this here. This doesn't look new. I don't think it is. You can kind of tell which items aren't part of the pack from what you're looking at. So I would say this table. Table is new, these items on the top, including this juice. So yeah, it's, I'll jump back to the frame before that. Okay, it showed it to me for a second and then was like, nah, you're good. Okay, here we go. Whoa. This looks like it's equivalent to the Vampires game pack, which is one of the chunkiest game packs we have. In terms of items that exist. But it does look like they've, you know... So there is going to be vampires interaction. Look at that. That's a portrait of Vladislav Strode from the Vampires game pack. The master vampire. That's great. That's fantastic. So all of these are new, this is new, these are new. Yep, that would be new because you don't really get that sort of damaged look on any of the items that already exist. They either come from, you get a couple from Sam Mashun from City Living. Is that what that pack is called? Yeah, it is. City Living. You get a couple of them from that. And then, is that a werewolf gnome? It's a werewolf gnome! It's a werewolf gnome! Werewolf gnome! This must be some kind of moonlight flower because it looks like this cocktail is also made out of it. I don't think the chess set is new. This looks like a new bookshelf. Based on the fact that the books aren't stacked correctly, and then there's some weathering on here. This is obviously new. Is it a Sims game pack if it doesn't have bar? If it doesn't have a bar, is it really a Sims game pack? No. This is Wolfsbane in here, I'm pretty sure, so this would be pack specific. These lights also look pack specific. The door obviously is. Whew. So we've got some more stuff here. Anti-vampires on the Vampires to Bash. Obviously a bunch of new meals are coming. So we've got we've got werewolf-based sodas, raw steak to eat. Jesus. These dinged up. There's a lot of good clutter items coming from this pack. This pack would be worth purchasing if you're looking to just make derelict builds in general, because it's just got so much stuff that we haven't seen before in terms of actual native content. Especially like all these cracks, scratches, everything else on the floor. They've got nothing like that. The only other game pack that has something similar is Vampires, and Vampires is mostly walls. So having both packs gives you all the weathering you need, basically. Yeah, this is the table that we saw before, so we can see books, the werewolf sodas. I do like this. This is cute. Good transformation. I'm liking this. They do look like they're in fursuits. I'm just gonna say it. They look like they're in fursuits. I'm sorry. This is the one thing that I'm kind of like. I mean, it's the most wolf-like, wolf-like thing that we have received from Sims for the Sims in general. Usually they just got a fur skin on, which looks terrible. It always has looked terrible. I have a werewolf mod in my game that has like full vicious looking werewolves in it at the moment, and obviously they don't look like this. And I do kind of prefer that look, but I understand in terms of like they are still trying to hit that kind of kid friendly, but not entirely, because of obviously there's sexual themes in these games, but it's still trying to hit kid friendly mostly. So these are kid friendly werewolves, kind of. I don't think furries are kid friendly, but in terms of like design, they're going for not entirely vicious. This looks like a fursuit. This looks cool. Like, I do like how their necks get thicker as well, and then you've got some customizability with the ears. Ooh. So you've got, like, obviously, you'll have a werewolf form that you can customize yourself. So it's going to be, like I said, framework with vampires was there. They know Wicked Whims exists, right? They know, right? They know
that exists. Because they put out the items in Laundry Day stuff, there's Wicker Whims in that. They know it exists. So why did they do this? Why is this happening? I do like the werewolf gnome. And I do like that children are affected by it, because with vampires, they're not actually affected by it until they hit their teens. Once they hit teens, they turn into vampires. But they are born in the custom cribs as well. But they definitely don't howl as toddlers. And they definitely don't need blood as toddlers. That looks like a new bonfire. You can play with dog toy. I wonder if it has pets interactability then, like werewolves can play with dog toys. They can obviously play guitar. That looks like there's a new guitar! So we're getting some new instruments with this as well. That's interesting. That I didn't anticipate. I think this whole thing in general, like, okay, no. I mean, it is, but I think this is a rabbit hole because this is the bar. So this is built out for either the trailer or it's a rabbit hole thing. I do think this is behind Forgotten Hollow. Alright, so June 16th. So what day is June 16th? June 16th. What date is today? June the 12th. Okay. Friday. I'll be there. So it's a Thursday, so I'm definitely off when it releases. In fact, I will be off for the 17th as well, so I would say it's going to release on the 17th for me, because I'm in the future. It's not any better, just FYI, it doesn't magically repair itself in the next 8 hours. But I will be able to do a live stream for this, so you can catch me on Twitch. I'll have my details below, but I will stream myself actually playing this when it comes out. So yeah, that's all for now. This is looking fantastic. I'm very excited about it. Hopefully it doesn't break when I first play it. I wonder if there's any bonuses for pre-ordering as well. I will check. I'm thinking about pre-ordering just because, I mean, I get so much use out of vampires. And I haven't bought any kits, so I mean, I've got a little bit of backlog of money that I haven't spent on The Sims 4 recently. I usually only buy things half price, so this will be a special occasion. So, but anywho, I am looking forward to it. So you will be able to catch me either on the 16th and the 17th live streaming this if you check out my Twitch. But for now, that is all from me. So I recommend checking out any of the other YouTubers who've done reactions, because they're probably going to pick up on more stuff that I do. But in general, yeah, super exciting. So I look forward to seeing you on the 16th if you want to come and check me out. If not, I hope you have a lovely day in any regard, and I hope you enjoy the pack yourself. So I will catch you on the flip side. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.